League of Legends has a lot of memes. As I'm sure many of us are aware, League has certainly been around for a while. So as we now enter the 13th season of flaming our teammates, I figured instead of looking back at old items, champions, or the way things used to be, let's just look at some of the memes. Obviously, there have been many memes and jokes made over the years, and if there are any that you think I missed or didn't cover, be sure to comment it down below, and if you guys like this video, I might make a part 2 with some of those comments. But I know you came to watch Guest B's identical twin talk about memes, so without further ado, let's get into it. When it comes to League's memes, it's pretty hard to find a more referenced one than the iconic phrase 200 years. And I was surprised to learn that the birth of this meme didn't even have to do with affiliates at all. Rather, it came from a Twitter conversation between Riot employee Nathan Lutz and the popular Twitch streamer Harambe. And yes, Harambe is a Wukong main, as you may have guessed. While they were discussing Wukong's upcoming rework, Harambe mentioned how weak he felt the champion was, to which Riot Lutz responded, stating the following: "Being good at playing a certain character in a video game is valuable, but I think I'll take the 200 plus collective years of professional game design experience." And while the tweet itself wasn't anything too wild, it didn't take long for players to take the phrase 200 years and juxtapose it with the following. And also, as just a quick side note, Nathan Lutz actually still references this tweet in his Twitter bio even to this day. Now, if you watched this year's Worlds, we were treated to some amazing series, and some of them even went to a Game 5. And when it comes to a Game 5 in League, that can only mean one thing. It's time for Silver Scrapes. And what's so fun about this meme is there's two parts to it that the player base still talks about to this day. So first, let's start with how this song even became relevant to League in the first place. During World Season 2, Riot still had some loose ends to tie up when it came to the production of the event. And while the technical difficulty screen would show up over and over again for a variety of reasons, there was one constant through it all. The song Silver Scrapes, a song with less than 2 minutes of runtime, looping over and over again. This song's insane repetition would basically become synonymous with the tournament itself, meaning that it was now an iconic piece of League of Legends history. So to pay homage to the ears of the viewers throughout that tournament, every single time a Game 5 happens in a series, Silver Scrapes is played to serenade the game in. And as for the second and much shorter part of this meme, caster MarkZ from the LCS at one point treated the audience to his rendition of the song, which has since been fittingly named Bronze Scrapes. And even when I was at the World's Finals this year, people made sure to keep this iconic meme alive. Now, on the topic of iconic League memes, I don't think there's a single more important content creator for League than Tyler1. This 6'5" beast of a man is known for a very large variety of things. Whether he's reminding Riot's Freak he has no mana, dropping his dinner on his keyboard, or gapping League's best in his journey that led him to becoming challenger in every single role, Tyler1 always makes sure he puts on a show. Though he was indefinitely banned for a while due to his incredibly toxic behavior on the Rift, Tyler1 has now since been mostly reformed, still having that impeccable gamer pose and making sure to pull out all the stops.
Come on, T1. You're the better jungle. Oh, shit.
Maybe next time you wear that tux shirt you got going on, though. All right, we dress up here on the analyst desk.
Oh.
I like the
You don't call it the dress?
sleeveless suit, maybe?
Wait a minute. Where'd I get this? I don't know, Tyler.
Where did you get it, Tyler?
Oh, let me tell you where I got it. Yes! Yes! Let's go! It was a storybook. I've got to get the Baron. He steals it. He does it. Let's go, dude.
Despite being a world champion, Chinese player Duanbi is arguably equally known for two other things: his immense enthusiasm and getting 400 CS in 24 minutes while playing RYZE, dubbing the phrase the Duanbi RYZE hack. Though obviously this is one of the most impressive records in League solo queue history, this amazing performance has taken on a much more cursed memeable side, and in no small part thanks to the crazy chaos that is the RYZE main subreddit. Just as an example of what I mean by this, anytime that you see a player with an incredibly high number of CS or is even just playing RYZE, don't be surprised if you see the chat spamming this. And if you need another example of how this meme has basically just gone off the rails entirely, here's what happens if you combine Zoomer humor and whatever this is. Now, even if you weren't familiar with the Duanbi RYZE hack, if you watched any of this year's Worlds group stage, you are likely barraged with its new variation, the Fnatic pause hack. Originating back in 2021, this meme came to light during a series between Fnatic and Misfits. During this game, Fnatic was of course playing RYZE, and during one of RYZE's ults, some of Fnatic's players weren't teleported, so they paused the game. It was later learned that this was because if you're in RYZE's ult and on the very edge, if you click out, the game thinks that you're trying to leave the circle and won't teleport you. But the players didn't know this at the time, and despite playing the game out after the first pause, not 5 minutes later, the same thing happened again, prompting yet another pause by Fnatic. Fnatic would go on to win this series in 5 games, and this is where the meme really began to take off. Also, if you consider subscribing for more weekly content, that would be much appreciated, but if you're just stopping by, that is totally okay as well. Now, if we're on the topic of iconic League memes, of course we have to mention the one that's really taken off in the last year or so.
As well. Ready to take a fight. Flash over. How do you... Just canceled. Wait. That was Kadril just canceled it.
Since his shift from a pro player to becoming a caster and content creator, Kadril has garnered a massive following and a lot of respect within the community. However, there is one fateful moment that anyone who's ever heard of Kadril probably knows, and that is when he famously canceled his own Malzahar ult. Since then, this complete blunder has been turned into a sub-alert, is constantly seen in Twitch chats whenever games are delayed, and is basically synonymous with Kadril himself.
And now Odo Omne is ticking down, but he will just survive. Popped a refillable right to the opportune time.
That must have been at this last very millisecond. We saw the animation of a TF red card appear in top lane, so I'd love to see the replay of that cancel. Caps saves his team on the top side, and the TF ultimate goes on cooldown.
You do have a lot of experience with cancels, so we'll see if we can get it back up for you, Kadril.
I really am genuinely grateful that you took some time out of your day to check out this video, and if you want to see more of the stuff that I did at Worlds, that video will be playing in just a few moments. So, without further ado, have a great rest of your day or night, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later!